Morning, everybody. Yeah, it's morning. Oh, today is September 27th, and it's a Friday, and I am down by the cement waterer, and the pond is up the hill right behind me. Okay? There's been a lot going on, as usual. And I've got a lot of work to do. I still have the guinea coop I'm trying to finish, but this takes precedence over the guinea coop. As you know, we've had very little rain the last month and a half. Okay? September, I haven't heard the latest, but it was on track for being the driest month on record for around here. Okay? And I was, my wellheads, when I was pumping out the water, we were putting, because it was so hot, the horses were drinking a lot of water, and I'd say we were probably putting in about 15 to 20 gallons of water every day in the water trough. Possibly when they were really thirsty, as much as 25. So anywhere between 15 25 gallons of water per day I was pumping out of that well. Well, the well could not keep up with it. I had the totes to fall back on that I had the forethought to fill when we had all that rain last year. And the well was to the point of overflowing. And so we were using that. Well, I had emptied 2 of those totes, and I was on my 3rd tote. Bless his heart, my pastor came to my rescue. Okay? I had told him that my creek was dried up, my well was dried up, and I was running out of water in my totes. And I was just looking for a source to bring me water, just to fill up a tote or 2. I figured we were going to be getting rain eventually, so I wasn't really overly worried. I was just looking for a source. Well, he had a 200-gallon tank that he was able to transport and bring water to me. So he went ahead and did that. Now, this man, he grew up in this area, and he does farming. He's also a retired lineman, I believe. So he's been out and about. He knows the area. He knows how things work, environmentally around here. So while he was waiting for the water to be transferred from his tank into one of my tanks, he explored my property with me. And I told him about this cement waterer behind me, and I told him that the conservation guy, he stuck his hands in there and he checked it, and it's like, there's no connection whatsoever. It's like it's not connected at all. Nothing that was there. So who knows how many decades old this thing is? Who knows? But it's been disconnected, and it's right now it's useless except to catch his rainwater. He also checked out my well. My well is not totally dry. Yes, thank you. Okay, it's not. However, it cannot keep up with, 15 to 25 gallons a day. It can't keep up with that. So, obviously with horses, you need more than that. Okay, especially when it's hot. Now, they're not going through as much water right now. It's a little bit cool, but we're coming into another hot spell. But he also checked my pond. Okay? I have very little experience with ponds. Okay? And from what I could do, I could not tell how deep that pond was. And yeah, I could have thrown something in there, a line or something, but I still don't know if I would have known. I mean, to me, it looked like it wasn't very deep. But he's got far more experience than I do. And he came in here and he looked at it and he checked to see how the slope was and everything else. I didn't even think about checking the slope. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm winging it, okay? So he checked it and looking at the lay of the land and everything, how this whole area is and looking how it was. He says, you got a whole lot of water in there. He said, you haven't got a thing to worry about. So he suggested that I get a hose and I create a siphon. That pond is up high enough that I will have a natural siphon coming down to this cement waterer here. And I can just run a hose. So I've got a 100-foot hose on order. And hopefully that will be long enough. If not, well, I'll just have to take one of the other hoses and hook it to it. And I think they're either 25 or 50 feet. I don't remember. Here comes Angel. Hello, Angel. The guineas had to follow me down here, too. So, the hose is on order. It'll be here Saturday. If not Saturday, it'll be here on Monday. Okay? So, in the meantime, he said, I need to clean this thing out. It's pretty nasty. I'll show you. Ain't that nasty? Well, what I did to scoop it out, he says to clean this out as best I can. I had one of the water jugs, and I just made a scoop out of it. I was going to use a shovel. I said, wait a minute, that's going to... I tried to clean this out before, and I wasn't doing very good. So, let's see, people. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, gross me out. Well, sides are collapsing on me, but still. Maybe I should have brought the shovel too. Man, how long has this been like this? Oh, this is going to take a bit of work. Well, no sense in wasting my battery for you to watch me scoop out mud. So I'll get to work and I'll show you when I'm done. Well, can we be thankful for a drought? Yeah, it's a little inconvenient because it's a lot easier to just let the horses go down to the creek. But I'll tell you, if we hadn't had these drought conditions, I don't know that I would have been able to clean this thing out. Honestly, let me see. Can you see the crud over here? Look at that. Look at that pile. That's just on one side. Check out the other side. Look at that. If we had not had a drought, I would not have been able to get that cleaned out. Still got a little bit on the bottom. I'm going to let it dry out. We don't have any more rain. There's a slight chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow. Other than that, there really isn't any significant rain for a couple more weeks. So I'll let that dry out some. If we get a rain, well, then it'll help to rinse the sides down you know, whatever. But yeah, that's what a mess, huh? What a mess. I had no idea what was in there. I mean, I knew it was kind of gunky in the bottom, but I didn't know if that was the bottom or if there was more to it. I didn't know. Well, there's a cement bottom. How about that, huh? Who knew? Obviously not me. So, anyway, the plan is the hose, like I said, won't be here till today's Friday, tomorrow at the earliest, Monday at the latest. In the meantime, I need to get a ball valve for the one end, and I want to get a float valve for this tank, and I get that set up. And I think I want some kind of a filter or something for the other end of the hose I'm going to throw into the pond. And I got to figure that out. I don't know if somebody at a farm supply store can help me with that. I mean, I was told just throw the end of the hose in, but I know it won't take long because, I mean, it looks pretty gross in the pond, pretty muddy. So, if I have too much, I don't know what's in the bottom of the pond either. So the hose sinks, it's going to be sinking down into the mud. I got to come up with something that will allow the water to come through, but not get too awful. Excuse me, it won't get too awfully clogged up. So anyway, that's my chore down here. I'll check this again probably tomorrow and see what it looks like. And again on Sunday. So I got to get the other equipment, and then the horses will have water down here, and any other livestock that I have coming. So, and I got to figure out the fence line. I have to temporarily fence them off from the back part of this pasture, because there's going to have to be some trees cut down, and I don't really want the horses back here because there's some cherry back here that needs to come down, and I don't want them to risk eating any of those leaves because that could be deadly. So I got a lot of clearing I need to do yet back here. And I got to do the guinea coop, and I got to do fences, and thankfully I don't have to build the barn. I just have to make ready for it. That's all. And we won't even talk about the interior of the cabin. But at least we're making progress, even if it's slow. We are making progress. So, well, that's it, people. I think maybe I'm going to go and treat myself to another cup of coffee before I tackle the next project, which will probably will either be dishes or the guinea coop. We'll see. So I'll talk to you later. Have a good one, people.